Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights. Last episode, we finally managed to return the last part of the cure for the Wailing Death to Arabeth. At long last, it's time to actually create the cure and save the city, and Arabeth is going to have us with them as they do it. So, let's speak with her and go take care of it.
We have all 4 reagents now. Quickly, time grows short. You have earned a place of honor among those who sought to aid Neverwinter in these dark times. You will stand with us as the ritual to create the cure is performed. Are you ready to go to the ritual chamber? We must leave as soon as possible.
Yes, let's go at once.
Then we shall waste no more time. Neverwinter has suffered long enough.
Onwards. I think we're actually...
Hail! You have provided a great service to all of Neverwinter in these trying times. As a token of Lord Nasher's gratitude, he thought you might want to bear witness to the cure's creation after all your hard work. Before the ritual proceeds, however, the 4 assembled would each like the chance to speak with you and offer their personal thanks for what you have achieved. Go on, speak with them. I must inform the town crier of the good news.
Of course. Thank you, Judge Olaf. We've got Zergol there for some reason. And the divining pool. Interesting. Anyway, we have much to speak of. Let's start with Arabeth.
Greetings to you. Preparations are well underway for the ritual. If all goes well, we will have the cure in just a few moments. If you don't mind me saying, you have proven valuable beyond the average exterior you present. None of this would have been possible without your help.
Is there anything I should do? What happens now?
You needn't worry about anything. Your efforts got us this far, and now the ritual will take care of the rest. Following that, I will see to your reward. For now, you can leave what must be done to us. You've earned the right to bear witness, however, and I'm sure the others would say the same.
Very well. If I may ask a few more things, I have questions about the ritual.
I will try to explain. Is there anything specific you wish to know?
What is involved in the ritual?
Well, several of our Tyrian priests have already begun preparations. Their meditation will allow the different components to be combined smoothly. Desta, Fenthic, and I will all begin the main incantations as soon as we are prepared. If all goes well, we'll have the cure in mere moments. None too soon for Lord Nasher. The plague has weakened him considerably. I think he almost considers it a personal insult to be seen this way.
Oh dear, Nasher has the plague? We really did do this just in time. What form will the cure take?
Well, we have prepared a small container. The mixture itself will be fairly unspectacular to look at, despite the importance of it.
Other
As
questions?
you will. What do you want
Will
me
things
to
be
say?
getting back to normal now?
Well, once we have the cure in hand, we will determine the best way to get it to the most people as soon as possible. It will take time, so we'll treat the most severe cases of plague first, regardless of station. I just hope, well, we'll worry about other things later.
What concerns you, Arabeth? Tell me.
We are very near our goal, but I can't help but worry about the effects of the plague. There is a great scar across Neverwinter. Already I see the distrust. The mood of the city has changed. When all is done, the people will want someone to blame, and I don't know if we will find anyone. I shouldn't ramble on like this when we are so close to a cure. This is a happy day, and we got here because of you.
Well, there is that hint of a cult that was discovered in the paper by Fenthic. Even if they didn't do it, it is someone to blame. I have questions about your fellows.
I'm certain they can speak for themselves, but I will answer any questions you have.
How is Lord Nasher faring?
You should really ask him that. He despises being thought of as weak, and would much prefer to be involved in any talk of his health.
As you wish. Has your opinion of Dester changed any?
I would ask whether your opinion of him has suffered. It was your efforts that brought us this far. His claims of action seem based on your results. While you searched, his Hellmight's blessed. While you fought, his Hellmight's blessed. The comfort he brought will pale next to the actual cure you have provided. Of course, he is needed for the final ritual, so I cannot dismiss him entirely. Fenthic also serves as his advocate, so he must be deserving of some respect.
And while they did only bless, they did at least provide some comfort. Better something than nothing, truthfully. Will your relationship with Fenthic improve now?
This time has been difficult, and our difference of opinion made it more so. Fenthic and I have had little to speak of besides the plague. I understand why he vests so much hope in Desta, but I could not. I know the power of faith, but you need to back it up with action.
Well, the gods are powerful. Why not rely on them?
I am a paladin of the just god tier. My sword is edged with belief, but it is my arm that must still swing it. I simply feared that if we waited for faith alone to save us, we would have more martyrs than survivors.
That is fairly understandable, truthfully.
As
All
you
right.
will.
Goodbye.
What do you want? Yes, farewell for now. There is much I must do to prepare for the casting to come. The incantations are very complex. You should speak with the others. No doubt they will each have their own feelings about how our situation has changed.
Indeed. Well, let us move on. Let's speak with Dester next.
Well, hello. I imagine you are well pleased with yourself. This is your doing, after all.
Just happy to help. We all sought a cure in our own way.
Perhaps, although it was definitely your thuggish actions that brought us to this point. You outstepped my Hellmite brethren very effectively. Bravo. Of course, now it is time for you to step aside. The ritual will not require you. You may watch as we create the plague cure, but do not interfere.
I have questions about the ritual.
Then I suggest you study magic for a few more years. You are not part of this spell, so I see no point in having you mimic the incantations. We will invoke energy both arcane and divine, and when we are done, there will be a cure for the plague. That is all you need to know.
What will you do after the plague is cured?
With a cure in hand, my reason for being in Neverwinter will be gone. I will be returning to Helm's Hold for a time. Beyond that is my own affair.
I have questions about your fellows.
My interest in these people is shrinking as we near the end of the plague. You would do better to speak with them yourself.
Very well. Goodbye, Dester.
Yes, let me concentrate on the ritual to come. Goodbye, Ken Daniels. I'm sure you are proud of all you have done. You should speak with Fenthic and Lord Nasher. I am certain they would want to congratulate you. We'll begin the ritual when you are through with them.
Indeed. Well, Fenthic's right here, so let's speak with him.
Hello there. A grand day, isn't it? And you are to thank. It was your effort that allowed us to progress this far.
You found the Waterdavian creatures, allowing Dester and his Hellmite brethren to concentrate on helping the spirits of the people. Now he can construct the cure, and all will be well. Dester will not, I was happy to be part of the team. Yes, I knew you could be trusted, just as I knew Dester would prove critical. Even now well, let's just say he is helping, despite what others think.
Really, Fenthic, now is not the time for such talk. Others will not understand like you do.
Of course, of course. It is better that we look forward. In but a few moments we will have the cure. Why did you hesitate to tell me something? Oh, it was nothing, really. Something better left unsaid. It is a matter for Dester and I alone. You can tell me. I've proven myself trustworthy, I feel. Yes, you have, and I will not punish you aside. I have seen my companions do that too much already. You see, Dester has been pushed out of the plans for the ceremony. His efforts to help are ignored. My companions mean well, but they are too untrusting. Have you done something to help him? It's a small thing, really. I mean, he needs to help for the cure to work. He shouldn't be held back by suspicions now. He's proven himself. You see, for the cure to work, he needs to draw magical energy from the Temple of Helm. It's apparently very dangerous. It might kill him. Erebeth and the others would never allow it, so I gave him my key for the wards protecting Castle Never. The magic of Helm will aid in our spell. Is there precedent for this? Will it work? Dester has assured me that it is all very sound reasoning. It is a simple thing that will ensure the cure is as potent as can be. Doesn't that leave the castle unprotected? Of course not. I would never endanger the castle. Dester will simply channel a little Hellmite energy to help the cure be as potent as possible. There is no danger. The wards are still in place. No one can enter or leave without alerting those of us with keys. Why would Arabeth think of this? Arabeth, I love her dearly, but her eyes have been closed by the horror of the plague. I must do this for the good of us all. You'll see. Oh, what will happen during this ritual? The Tyrian priests have already begun the incantations. Arabeth, Dester, and I will join them when we are ready. We should have the cure soon after. I hope it will work on the advanced symptoms. There are so many people infected. What form will the cure take? I don't know, really. I would like to think it would be an inspiring beacon of magic and hope, glowing with divine energy and radiating healing warmth. Of course, the size of the container we prepared seems inadequate for such a miracle. I may be a bit overexcited. It is a pity, but real life can't always match what we hope for. I have questions about your fellows. Oh, I would not presume to speak for them. If you wish to know what they think, I'm certain they would welcome your questions. How is Lord Nasher faring? He has kept his gallant posture throughout, though I worry for him. He will not show a need for help. He may be far weaker than he seems. Will your relationship with Arabeth improve now? What? I'm not sure what you mean. Certainly we have been occupied by the events of the plague, but I wouldn't let our minor disagreements color my love of her. I think she feels differently. I haven't seen any signs of it, and I certainly know her well enough. She's just concerned for the sick. You're mistaken. Will you keep secrets from her? Isn't that a clue? I have done what I must for the good of us all, and I believe all of my actions will be vindicated in the end. As I have said, some people just have trouble understanding matters of the spirit, even those that seem wise in every other aspect. As you say, goodbye. Yes, it is best that I concentrate on what is coming. I will have to be very careful not to disturb the incantations Dester utters during the ritual. I see you have not yet spoken with Lord Nasher. You have played an important part and should allow him to express his thanks. Indeed, Nasher is the last one we have to speak with. So let us speak with Lord Nasher Alagondar.
Well, you must be the one Arabeth has told me of. I must say that I appreciate what you have done. I am pleased that we could count on the average wayfarer to rise up and help Neverwinter in this difficult time.
If I may, Fenthic says that he gave his ward key to Dester.
I would ask you not to push into the affairs of my trusted advisors. Fenthic has my full confidence, and by his word I trust Dester to act responsibly. Do not concern yourself with it. Castle Neverwinter is well fortified, and nothing shall disrupt the ritual. The cure is all that matters now.
As you say. Speaking of which, I have questions about the ritual.
Thank you, but that will be handled by Arabeth, Fenthic, and Dester. The details of it need not concern you.
As you say, then. Will things be getting back to normal now?
Things will not be normal until we have captured and punished the culprits behind the plague. I have never seen my Neverwinter injured so.
By the way, investigations in the docks suggest you knew Vengol Bloodsail. He was part of the reason why we didn't get the cure as quickly as we could have.
Vengol? Yes, I had reports of his activity in the docks. We used to clash during my adventuring youth, but things have changed. I would have sought him out, but not while I am weak. To face him now would taint the battles we've had before. I've new villainies to deal with.
That does make sense. I suppose that is fair, as you say.
I will allow it, though I would request that you make it brief.
I have questions about your fellows.
If you wish information about my trusted advisors, I suggest you ask them yourself. They have been instructed to be cooperative.
Okay, then. Farewell.
Yes, it is best that we commence with the ritual. Ready yourself. The plague ends with this.
Indeed. Let the ritual begin.
It's working. Concentrate.
Soon. Very soon.
It's done.
That was quick.
It worked. We have the cure.
Yes, Fenthic. I have the cure.
What do you mean?
Now, my
What?
You have no idea what opposes you. You should have just laid down and died.
Desta, wait! Let me help!
Avenge yourself!
Oh dear. That's not good.
Hurry! Get through the portal while I can still maintain it. Find the cure. Get Dester and Fenthic too. He may be under a spell, or I don't know. Can you imagine? I must wish Fenthic harm rather than face the possibility that he might have known of this.
People will think he did. He supported Dester through this.
Do not say such things. It cannot be. He was mistaken. He was fooled. He was... Damn him! People won't let this pass. They have been denied a cure, and they will want vengeance on the traitor and anyone that helped him. I won't be able to protect him. I won't. Perhaps delivering Dester will mitigate things. Find him alive if you can. Find Fenthic and get him to... I don't know. I don't know what will help now.
What will happen to Fenthic?
I don't know. People will think he's in league with the greatest threat we have ever known. I don't know. He was mistaken. He was an advocate for a traitor. People will not understand his naivete, his trust. Could you blame them for finding a scapegoat?
What are you going to do?
I'll maintain the portal as long as I can, but it may be a while before we can send guards through. You'll have to go on your own. I'll also try to make this sound better than it is. I can't hide Fenthic's blind trust of Desta, but if I explain it in context, maybe...
Where does this portal go?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't see through Desta's magic. It probably leads to wherever he and his false Helmites originally came from. Desta claimed he came from Helm's Hold in the east, but I don't know how that could be true. They would have no part of a plot like this. Wherever the portal leads, I'm sure it will be dangerous. He must know we would send someone after him. Be careful.
If Dester and his Helmites are fake, then where are the real ones?
I don't know. Perhaps Desta killed them. It seems impossible. He came from Helm's Hold. If that great hall has fallen, this is an even greater tragedy. This is a huge undertaking. It seems like Desta has done all this to promote the plague. But why? So many dead. Now the hold?
I'll go as quick as I can. Maybe I can catch up.
The city guards are needed elsewhere, so this task falls to you. Go before the portal falls.
Of course. Nasher?
Treachery! We are betrayed. The cure is gone, and I am to believe Fenthic had a part in this as well. I will have someone's head over this. You must bring Desta to justice. We must find him and demand his explanation. Fenthic's as well.
Dester appears to be a traitor. What are your thoughts?
I don't know what to say about this. If Desta has been against us all along, his villainy has affected all of us. Every plague victim. We suspected the plague was artificial, that it was an attack of some sort. But I can't believe someone in our midst would actively prevent us from curing it. I can't imagine the motivation of this man. Obviously, he wants us to suffer, but the reason why escapes me.
Should Dester be killed?
Desta is deserving of death, as are any accomplices, but I must know why this was done, why my Neverwinter was attacked. And we still need a cure. The ritual was not interrupted, so Desta must have the untainted result. It must be retrieved.
Preferably before it can be corrupted.
Once I have the cure, once we all have the cure, then Desta will be judged, his plot and masters exposed, and punishment will be dealt.
Who were the attackers that Dester allowed in?
From first glance, they appear to be some of the Helmite brethren that were dispensing blessings around the city. I suppose if Desta was false, then they were as well. I will have my guards examine the Helmite temple and try to understand what these people were hoping to accomplish. I charge you with finding Desta himself.
I shall.
There is little time for questions now, but I will answer as best I can.
What do you think of what Fenthic has done?
His actions seem foolish. He will be judged harshly if his reasons do not satisfy. I would give him the benefit of the doubt, but I lack the patience I once had. I have seen Neverwinter crippled with plague. I have seen attempts to poison. Now I see attacks that cause panic and confusion. It is too much! I've no trust left. If Fenthic aided in this attack, he will stand accused with Desta and meet swift justice. The people will demand it.
Why would he follow Dester?
I don't know his reasons for following Desta, but I have learned a few things about elves in my dealings with them over the years.
Oh, don't bring race into this.
It was explained to me that the human mind is jarring to an elf. They are much longer lived, and their changes are more gradual. They think long-term. Fenthic and Erebeth are young elves. I cannot justify what Fenthic appears to have done, but perhaps he doesn't comprehend how quickly a man can change, or seem to. Desta was a friend yesterday and an enemy today. A lifetime for such a change would be drastic to an elf. I suppose a day is unthinkable.
What's Fenthic really done? Nothing outright criminal yet.
Neverwinter is a fair city, but tragedy like this can change much. The citizens will demand justice. They will want the head of their enemy on a pike. They will not be kind to apparent collaborators. Whatever his true motives, Fenthic spoke on behalf of Desta many times, so he is already tainted by association. If his reasons do not absolutely satisfy, I do not foresee a happy end to this matter. Erebeth will know what is coming. I think we all do.
Farewell, then.
Go quickly while Erebeth can still maintain the portal. Neverwinter, I must have an explanation.
Indeed. So that was definitely a twist. Not exact... It might not have been entirely unexpected, considering how hostile Dester was through all this, and how much he kept saying, let the priests of Helm deal with all this, but still... We must go through this portal, and we must find out what is going on. We'll do so in the next episode, because this is a good pause point. A little shorter of an episode, but, like I said, a fitting spot. I have a feeling this Sword Saint Katana will get a lot of use out of its special extra damage against evil ability. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44. That is Ken Daniels and Dalen Red Tiger. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, and I shall see you all next time.